1 mile in fog patches and showers early Friday, but improving to greater than 6 miles on Friday morning.
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper sycamore tree. Dream a little dreamer.
Sensational double thrill stock car spectacular at 7:30 at noon.
So this a little history here is just they've been in business for 51 years. So we started in 1972 with the handshake. With it was Ray Duncan and Justin Myers. One was a winemaker and the other one came from Colorado, and he was originally working with oil. So he had the investment and the other one had the knowledge, and together was the best partnership. So from that point on, Justin was the winemaker for about 20 years, and then there came another winemaker, and his name is Daniel Barnes. And Daniel Barnes then took over, and today is Nathan Wise. So only three. Yes, it's still owned by the Duncan family, but only 3 winemakers in 51 years. The reason I'm saying that is because silver oak is very consistent. You're always gonna get that silver oak cabs that are consistent with what you know. And so today, what we're gonna do is start with the 2018, which are gonna be the ones in front of you. And then you're gonna have the Alexandra Valley, which is 35 miles north from here. Alexandra Valley is going to be a little warmer than Napa, so the grape's gonna have thinner skin, and because of that, it's gonna be a little bit more fruit forward, yeah. Whereas the Napa, with the thicker skin, and because of our climate change, that sometimes we have droughts, and then sometimes there's water, no water, too water, and all the things that happen in Napa is gonna have thicker skin, so it's gonna be more bold. So Napa, historically, is gonna be more bold. And because of that, the Napa secret formula, which is right here, is going to have different components. 76% cab.
So we're talking about from here, right?
Yep, so that's Alexander, Napa.
Okay.
18.
18, okay.
13.
Okay.
So 13, 18. And then it's gonna be A, then like alphabetical, and then N. So Alexander, Napa.
Ini Alexander, ini Napa.
Yeah.
Tapi ini 18,
Tell them lighter wines.
2018, 2013. 13 aja.
Yeah, no, 13 in the middle, yep.
13,
18.
18, 13.
Alexander. And these are gonna be 94%. So the Alexander is always gonna be in the 90 percentiles of true cab grapes. So it's going to have a more cab. Because of that, it's probably gonna be a deeper but smoother than the Napa. The Napa has a 15% Merlot mix with the 70%. So that is gonna change. This formula is gonna change the taste. You're gonna have more tannins with the Napa versus the cabs. So I recommend, Papa, you smell different. The nose on all of them. The younger and the older. Older is gonna be library and vintage, 13s. This is our new release. So exactly, this ages it. When you do this, it allows the oxygen to come into the wine to get all the flavors and everything going. It just ages it, yep. And then when you smell, you can smell all the aroma. When you taste, then you taste the notes that are in a white. So we are going to be 2 years fermenting and 2 to 2.5 years in barrel. American oak barrel versus French barrel.
Oh, well, the American barrel is from the
America, from Missouri.
I mean,
For both.
Oh, for both. Okay.
Yes. And everything is happening here. So when we do Napa, everything Napa is here. When you do Alexander, everything happens at the estate in Alexander. Exactly. So when you taste, you can go ahead, Papa, and taste. When you take take your time, and so you can get that finish. And then you can taste the difference. I usually recommend to do a little bit of everything and go back and forth.
Oh, okay.
And in the beginning, you have a favorite, and I guarantee you at the end, that sometimes changes. But some people like to drink it all. Honestly, you could do whatever you want. It's your tasting. And there's no wrong way of tasting wine. Really, there isn't. You need to just have fun and look at the colors.
So these two is the
13.
vintage, right? Alexander and Napa.
Correct. You guys got it. You guys have not drank enough today.
Got that.
You still remember. So 2013 was an interesting year. It was the first year of our drought. And we still were able to get very prime grapes because we buy from different vineyards sometimes.
Tahun 13?
Yes, but it was all from Napa Valley.
Yang tahun 13 kondisinya memang bagus. Jadi dia kadang-kadang beli juga, nggak dari Napa, ada dari mana.
Because to us, there's a few things that are important.
Oh, 13.
We only do one type of wine, and we do it well. And we want the consistency, and the way we want you today to try is 18 versus 13, and we open it, nothing special, and our wines are aged. So we do 4 to 5 years of aging. So when you open a 2018, it's ready to be drank. You don't have to age it.
You age in the barrel?
We age it for 24 months to 25 months.
22 tahun. Biasa di barrel itu 2 tahun. Ditaruh di barrel 2 tahun.
Yeah. So the difference is that we have only cabs. We age it for 4 years, 2 years in the barrel. American oak. Most people do French oak. So those are the different things. And then we also care about the environment.
Dia pakai American barrelnya, oke pakai American ngomongnya.
Yeah. But the main thing is, if you like it, you drink it.
Exactly.
And you will find our wines at
So this is
Steakhouse.
only one type here, Cab
Yes.
Sav, and no like private reserve or whatever.
Yeah.
Or
There's a funny story. Justin Myers, before he became the partner with Ray Duncan, today only the Duncan owned the whole estate because Justin sold his, take care of his wife. So he said, what better than to make wine? But because he had made so many wines before,
jadi dulu tuh yang ownernya yang bikin wine itu dia bikin 22 tipe.
yes. So he said, I just want one. I just want to make one
Akhirnya dia mau
good
bikin
one.
satu aja tuh.
So it's been the same for 51 years. However, 2020, 20 years ago, we bought another wine. We made another winery called Tumi. So
TUMI.
right here. How you say that? Tumi. They started a new one called Tumi in Hillsburg and in Sonoma.
Awesome.
So it's Sauvignon Blanc,
And Pinot.
and 3 in Alexander Valley. And so silver was our like original, everything was silver. And that's how we got the name Silver Oak. And anytime you see a bottle, always Alexander Valley. Black, Napa.
Oh, I see.
So black label, Napa. You'll never have Alexander Black. It's always black Napa. Like here, black Napa. And then when we went to be eco-friendly, we do only labels now. Only labels because some years, instead of 90,000 cases, we do 70. We do, depending on how many grapes we get that are perfect. So we now only do labels because then we just put it on. Before we would have the bottles etched. We had carvings and etched.
Oh, okay.
And it was too expensive because we had to pre-do them.
Yeah.
And then when we didn't use all the grapes or we didn't have enough, then the bottles had to get thrown away.
Because you put the years
The
there.
year.
Oh.
And there's a special like where you got the grapes and serial number every year. It's very regulated. So we couldn't do the year. It had to be like always on a label. So the only thing different is the year. See, like 2012 looks the same as 2018, except the year 12,
Yeah.
18.
Okay.
So there's no names, it's just years.
Yeah, this one is just
Yeah. This is the Alexander. So when you come into a restaurant, automatically, most of the time you're gonna see an Alexander because they sell it for double usually. So these are $200 bottles in a restaurant, whereas this is more like 400 or like 350.
Isn't it? I heard a lot of stories of the harvesting.
Year, like very balanced. Did you want to try it?
Just
Guess what?
A little bit? Alexander? Yes, you knew that. You knew Alexander. I tell you one thing.
No. Yep. Hmm. Yeah, up. Stop, stop.
They went all cement and all metals because they didn't want to have the same problem from before. Did you guys want to get a picture? I'll for you guys.
So this is a stage right over there.
So we bring it crushed and we put it in here for all of the same grade first. Then we do the mix and then we 2 years in here. This is where they're fermented.
Ya katanya dia nggak mau kebakaran lagi kayak dulu.
Nggak mau kebakaran lagi. I'm gonna get a picture of you guys.
Taruh sini dulu terus nanti baru taruh di barrel.
Oh wow. Okay, you guys here. Then the barrels here. And American oak. So what's different about here is 2 years in oak. Most wineries are like 1 year, 10 months. We'll go get your wine, and then when we walk down, I'll show you the barrels. You can open it up.
Oh iya.